Hi there. Today we are doing a 10-minute stretch series. I'm so excited that you're joining me. You notice I am in like nice comfy clothes, so go ahead and get comfy, get somewhere that you feel comfortable, and let's take 10 minutes just to stretch and feel good in our bodies. We're going to start seated, legs crossed out in front of you. If this is not a comfortable sitting position for you, you can put a stack of blankets underneath your hips, or you can even do this part of the workout in a chair. So find what feels right for you. We're going to take the hands to the knees. Take a nice big inhale to breathe in. And then on the exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly round the back. And then on your next inhale, lift the chest up, arch the spine, eyes to the sky. Let me take it again. Exhale to round the back, tuck the tail under, hollow out the front of the body, stretch the back of the body, and then stack the spine back up. Draw the shoulders down the back, lift the chest. Just one more like that. Exhaling to round. And then inhaling to lengthen it back up. And then find neutral. Reach the arms out to the side. Side bend up and over to one side, allowing the elbow to bend of that supporting hand, allowing energy to reach out of those top fingers, opening up that side body, and then bring it back in. Go the other way, reach up and over, open up that side body, stretch, and then bring it back up. Let's take one more each way like that. We're gonna do a little progression here. So first we've got to stretch through the lateral side of the body and reach up. Good. Keep breathing here, nice nourishing breaths. Come to neutral, stay. We'll twist to one side, taking the opposite hand against the knee. And give yourself just a gentle amount of pressure to increase the stretch. Don't push it too much. We're letting our body move with ease here. And then we'll bring it back, go the other way. Hand comes onto the opposite knee. You give it just a little bit of a press to increase your rotation. Sits bones, bottom of the pelvis are staying anchored. One more each way, stretch. Keep breathing. And other side. Now we're going to return to the first side of our twist. And then you want to take your back arm and reach it up to the sky. We're going to basically combine those two movements now. You're in the rotation, arm is up to the sky. And then you reach up and over towards the knee that you are not touching. Take a big stretch there. And then just kind of dive forward towards your feet, towards the center of your mat. And then stack the spine back up. Then we take that to the other side. So you find your twist. We're moving with ease here. We're reaching that back arm up to the sky. We side bend it over. And then we reach forward and stretch it all the way up. Let's take that again. Find your twist. We'll go a little bit quicker now. Reach the arm up. Side bend up and over. Dive it forward. And then lengthen the spine and twist. Reach. Side bend, forward, and up. Let's move it through it one more time. It feels so good. Twist, reach the arm up, reach it over, dive it forward, and stack it up. Last one, reach, and up, and over, dive it forward, and then come all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to make our way to laying on our backs. We're going to use no straps or equipment here today. However, if you want to add a belt or a yoga strap or something to your stretches to make them a little more effective for you or a little better for your hips or anything like that, you know, if you're feeling really tight through your hamstring, please feel free to grab one. We're going to lay all the way down on our backs and hug the knees into the chest right away. And the first thing I want you to do is just rock side to side, massaging across your low back with the floor. And then we'll find the center, and then with your hands, so you want your arms to do all the work here. Think about your legs being really floppy and easy in the hip socket. We're just going to stir those legs in a circle. So you're going to take the legs out away from each other, down away from your shoulders, and then back in. Two more like that. Circle it. Again, just think about really easy hip sockets, letting all of your muscles just relax and letting the bones move. Reverse your circle. Down, open and around. Down, open and around. Last two. Finding some nice nourishing breaths there. One more. And then we'll keep hugging the right knee into the chest and we'll put the left foot down. You can keep that knee bent or straight. Straight sometimes is a little bit harder if we're tightening the hip flexors, but you do what feels right for you. We're going to hold that right knee into the chest, and then we're going to take our right hand into our hip socket here, right at the front crease of the hip, and then I want you to just gently push down on your hip socket to get a little space in that socket and space in the side body. And then release the hand and keep hugging that knee into the chest. And then we're going to take the hands behind the thigh. You're going to extend your right leg up to the sky. If you are using a belt or a strap, you can put it around the top of your foot now. And then flex the ankle. And then stretch the ankle and bend it back in. We'll take that again. Extend the leg up. Flex the ankle, so heel up to sky, and then toes up to sky, and then bend it back in. We'll do just two more like that. Extend up. Flex. Stretch. And bend. One more. Extend. Flex. Stretch. And then bend it in and just place that foot down and then go ahead and stretch it out all the way long on your mat. So your right leg's all the way long on your mat and just give it a little shake. Then we'll bend that knee back in and hug the left knee into the chest. So left knee is hugging in. We take that left hand and press it into the front of your hip crease, giving it just a little pressure to pull your left hip bone down and create some space there. And then both hands to the leg, back of the thigh. Extend it up, flex the ankle, stretch through the back of the leg, reach up through the toes, and then bend it back in. And then take it again, we extend, we flex it, we stretch, we bend back in. Two more like that, trying to keep the tailbone and the whole back of the pelvis heavy. Extend and right back in. One more, flex it, stretch it up, flex the ankle, stretch, and then bring it in. Place that left leg down, stretch the left leg all the way out, give it a little shake. And then we bend both knees in. From here, right foot again, you're going to take that right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. You're making like the top of a figure four here. And then you'll pull both legs up, grab onto the back of your thigh and hang out here. We're opening up the back of the hip now. Take some breaths. Try to see if you can keep equal weight across both sides of your pelvis there so you're not rocking towards your right leg at all. Stay heavy through your left hip. And then you want to take that right knee and cross it all the way over so there's no space between your legs now. And then grab your shins or your ankles or possibly the feet and pull the feet. You're kind of pulling the feet away from each other and towards the shoulders. I'm going to give you one different angle just so you can see it. So we're here. And then if you're tight at all through your hips, you may even want to release the right hand and just hold on to that right foot with your left hand and find the stretch there. It's totally fine. And then we'll relax from there and switch to the other side. I'll stay here so you can see. So left ankle over right thigh. And then we pull it up to make the figure four. And maybe having your foot down is enough stretch for you. That's totally fine. Grab the thigh. Find the stretch through the back of your hip. You might notice that one side's tighter than the other. This side is definitely my tight side. Breathe into it. Maybe rock side to side a little if that feels good. And then find a nice evenness across the hips. And then we take the leg across the body, and then you're grabbing your feet or your shins, or maybe just that left foot with the right hand. Find what feels right for you, and then settle into it and get that stretch through the back of the hips. And then from there, I'd like you to open the legs, grab the outside edge of either foot, and then sink your knees into your shoulders, sink your pelvis down into the mat, and take a little happy baby here, opening up the pelvic floor, stretching the inner thighs, opening up the hips, and just breathe. Take one more breath there. And then you'll go ahead and place both feet down on your mat. Again, take a second to stretch both legs. Let the fronts of the hips open, let the thigh bones feel really heavy towards the mat. From here, we're gonna make our way to our hands and knees position. Hands directly under shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And then I want you to take left leg out to the side. So left foot goes on the mat. I'm gonna face this way so you can see me. Left foot on the mat, shoulders down away from ears, and then we're just gonna sit the hips back, and that should give you a nice stretch through that inner thigh. Sit the hips back and hold for a moment, and then bring it back forward. 2 more like that. Rock those hips back, and bring it forward. 1 more. Rock it back, and bring it forward. Switch sides. Extend the other leg out to the side. For me, it's my right leg. And then we're going to rock it back and stretch. And then bring it back in. And take it again. Rock it back. And then rock it forward. 1 more. Rock it back. Rock it forward. Very nice. From there, bring your leg in. Come up onto just your knees and step 1 foot forward. Tuck your tail under, drawing your tail under and your pubic bone up towards your belly button. Hold that openness through the front of the hip and just press your hips forward to stretch through that hip flexor. Oh yeah, it feels good. From there, lift the arm up. That's the leg you have back. So for me, it's my left. And then take a side bend up and over to the right. Lengthening the psoas here, stretching through the hip flexors. Bring it back. Take the leg that was in front and bring it back underneath you, and then just switch legs. So we put the foot forward. We tuck that tail. We press the hips forward. Keep thinking pubic bone to belly button here to really open up the front of that hip, and then extend your right arm up to the sky, or whichever leg you have back. You want same arm up as you have leg back. Thankfully, I have a wall there to help me balance. And then take a big side bend up and over. Opening up that right side of the body, lengthening that right psoas. And then come back and find your hands and knees position 1 more time. Hands directly underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath hips. Tuck your toes as though you were going to do a push-up position. Drop your heels down into the mat, lift your knees, lift your hips up to the sky and stretch here. We bend the right knee and drop that left heel down into the mat. And then we switch. Just 1 more each way, switch. And switch. And then we drop both heels. Walk the hands in towards the feet. Let your knees soften, drop your heels into the mat, drop your head, and then slowly roll up bone by bone, 1 vertebra at a time, until you're standing all the way up. Shoulders relax nice and heavy. You're gonna let your head nod down, chin to chest, reach your arms forward, and then sweep them up in front of you. Lift your chest, slide your shoulders down the back, and bend the elbows in towards your ribs. Back to kind of like that goalpost shape. Take it 2 more times, reach it forward, up, lift the chest as your shoulders draw down, and then just 1 more, sweep it forward. Reach it up, lift the chest, slide those shoulders down the back, open the front of your body, relax it down, shake it all out, and you are all set for now. Thank you for joining me for this short stretch session. I'll see you soon.